Albert, who's been working with the Spurs forever, since the early 90s. I think David Robinson's second year in the league is with the Spurs and with the NBA as it resumes play to conclude the 2019-2020 season. Albert, also an employee of Quarter Moon Productions, which is the parent company of Sports Tonight. So we're thrilled to have Albert join us and give us his take of Inside the Bubble. Albert, thank you so much for doing this, man. We appreciate it.
Are you kidding me? I really appreciate joining you here, Hector. This is great. I love this.
You know, from the outside, we know what we see on TV. We know what we see on the highlights. When we do the interviews from the media perspective, we see the guys off in a room. They're wearing their masks. You know, we've seen Pop do his things. But we only get a limited scope of what's going on. And from what we hear about the way the NBA is prepared for this thing, take us through it, Albert. What are you seeing? You know, the things that we just can't see and we just would never know, and that you can take us through because you are actually inside the bubble.
Right. You know, and the first thing that jumps out is the size, scale, and scope of security. And it's amazing, and it's awesome. And it's encouraging because you've got so many different people here from so many different places. And the only way that this works is if everyone buys in and recognizes and participates in managing their health, managing safety protocols to make sure that this works, you know. And you've got so many people out here who buy into it and really police themselves, because you have to, you know, but not only yourself, but you also have so many different entities here to watch over you. It's fascinating because once you come into this environment and once you get to see what's behind the curtain, you have a tremendous appreciation of all of the resources that have been brought in here to ensure your safety, to ensure the player safety, to get these broadcasts going. I have never seen, I mean, this is like bigger than the Super Bowl and the NBA Finals combined. You've got so many production trucks and so many disciplines. There are trailers and trailers and trailers and power units and generators and light. I mean, it's encouraging because you know that with the right leaders and with the right coordinated efforts of officials and coordinated efforts of people who do the logistics and stuff, this is a miracle in itself and how they're able to create this compound to get this done. It's fascinating. It really is.
I want to follow up on the miracle aspect because I don't think you're too far off. I don't think there's hyperbole in the way they're able to pull this off. A little anecdote here, though, Albert, whether it's when you first checked in, whether it's when you're getting your first meal, or as you continue to get meals, whether it's moving about inside the bubble, is there one thing or something that's happened that just sticks out to you in terms of, okay, we're not in Kansas anymore. Like, this bubble thing is to be taken seriously, and it was just jarring for you to either experience it or hear it or see it, that this is actually an airtight thing, pun intended with the bubble, but an airtight thing that they're taking very seriously.
Right. You know, Greg Popovich made a comment, I believe, about a week and a half ago when asked, you know, because, you know, Greg Popovich is one of the elder coaches, and here he is in the state of Florida, which is very similar to the state of Texas in regards to its increased numbers of cases as well as deaths. He was asked how he feels about coming into the bubble, and he made a comment about how he feels more safe being in the bubble than back in Texas. There is truth to what he's saying. Once you get into this environment, the stress, they really stress the importance of maintaining safety protocol first and foremost. I have never been in an environment that is so highly structured, highly enforced in regards to maintaining safety protocol for the benefit of everyone, because everyone knows all it takes is one person that can mess up and this whole thing can end. Everywhere you go, there's sanitation places, so you can constantly wash your hands. Sanitizing stations with gels, and you know, they've got golf carts, super long golf carts, but You can't sit next to another person. You've got to maintain maintaining social distance and wearing a mask is a premium here. No one walks around here without a mask. Everyone maintains social distance. You go into to go eat your chow, and there's only 2 persons per table. It's a long 6-foot table. You cannot sit next to another individual. You have to sit across 6 feet away. And there are so many mechanisms in place to help you and to remind you to follow all these protocols. And it's you would think it's overkill, but it's not. It's fantastic. So when Greg Popovich makes that comment, feel safer in the bubble, there is no question you are more safe here. I just saw Malik Rose about 20 minutes ago. Okay, I just went and grabbed some lunch. I saw Malik Rose. My credentials allows me to be in a particular zone. That zone cannot mix and mingle with another zone. Malik Rose is in a zone that allows him and affords him the opportunity to be near the courts with the players and stuff. I can't even bump elbows with him. All I can do is wave, and we're just, 10 feet apart, but we know we can't touch. I can't even go in there shake. No, it's really enforced and really stressed upon everyone to really adhere to these protocols. So when Greg Popovich says, "Hey, I feel safe here," there's no question. I mean, I get tested twice a week. I believe players get tested daily. I mean, they go above and beyond to make sure that this environment is safe, continues to be safe, and that's the first thing that you really recognize.
You talked about how impressed you are with the fact that the NBA is able to pull this off. How impressive is it that when you think big picture, the NBA, especially, and this isn't meant to knock Major League Baseball or the NFL or the NCAA, it just speaks to the reality of how difficult and almost impossible this is. So that the fact that the NBA has been able to do it so far, and so far so good in terms of looking forward, how impressed are you that the NBA has been able to do this?
I'm telling you, what they've been able to accomplish so far logistically is, in my opinion, just a phenomenal feat. Because of security issues, I can't show you where I'm at. I can't show you the compound. I can't show you things that are available to me. I can only just tell you that I have never seen. I'm a military brat. Okay, I've lived on military bases all my life growing up. So I've always had an appreciation for structure, and military bases traditionally are always well organized, well structured, well maintained. And here at the Wild World of Sports, at the Disney World, it's immaculate. And they've got so many trailers and broadcast trucks. I mean, they brought them from all over the country to bring them here, and it's literally like a military base. It's like a military base in that there's so much structure and where to go, where you can go, where you can't go. Certain areas are designated for this discipline, for this. Everything from laundry, how do you do your laundry, laundry pickup and things like that. These are things that were well thought of. They thought these things through, and it continues to evolve, and it's fascinating. It's encouraging to see what can be done with the right people in place to create an environment with so many different levels and so many different layers to get it to work. And what they're doing here is just tremendous. It's amazing.
All right, my man. Normally when we've ended these Zoom interviews in the midst of the pandemic, I always make it a point to say, hey, stay safe. But honestly, you're safer than the rest of us are right now, realistically speaking. So we'll do our best to stay safe, and you keep on doing your thing, my man. Obviously, stay safe within the bubble as well, and we'll talk to you soon.
You betcha. Hang in there, Hector. We'll talk to you later.